Hey everybody, this is Nathan here at the Gold Cove, just outside of Detroit, Michigan, and we're in Roseville. Appreciate everybody watching. What I'm gonna need you to do is go ahead and click the subscribe button because we need your help with that. And a couple things we're gonna talk about today is currently, most of us are so doggone comfortable in America that we wouldn't know it, but we're at war. And so support our troops in your thoughts, your prayers, and family members that are back here, we'll think about them, but we're at war with Iran right now. And surprisingly enough, who would have guessed that when we're at war, gold and silver have gone down since then? And so I don't know when we have ever seen something like that happen, but we're seeing it today. And so that leads me to the next question that I have for you and for me. Is what gives us the resolve to continue to buy gold and silver if at a time like right now, in a time of uncertainty, in a time where, fleets of ships and there's bombings and there's hotels getting other countries, or Iran is attacking. And if gold and silver won't go up in those times, when will it? And I think it's just patience, right? We have such a short time span, but here's what I want us to remember. 1 year ago today, gold was trading at $2,400. Today, it's over $5,000. It's been as high as $5,500. And so that should be a good look in the rearview mirror to say that, hey, this stuff could double in times of uncertainty, in times of inflation, in times of just where do I put my money? And so that does not indicate what's going to happen in the future, but that is what has happened. So even though it's gone down a little bit here, it's up a ton in 1 year, right? That's huge. And so we got to keep that in mind. It's easy to lose track of that. 1 year ago today, silver was $30. Today it's $82, $83, $81. It's 170%-ish return. That's how much it's gone up in just that short time. And so I think and we hear a lot of noise. There's a ton of noise right now. Is this World War III? Is this the death of our currency? Is this the spiral that causes it all? I mean, it can't be cheap, right? To run all those servicemen out there and the ships and the missiles. And, we always hear like how much silver goes into one missile. There's going to be a lot of replacement coming online. So I think we can still have the resolve to buy gold and silver. And the thing to keep in mind is that, we're not buying it for the gains. You're mostly getting rid of my dollars. So I've said it before, I'm going to say it again. A lot of people come in here and they're not coming to buy gold and silver, although that is what they do. They buy gold and silver, but they're more coming to get rid of their dollars into something that's more comfortable, that's safer, more secure, and that should just hold the line for them. This going up 150, 175% in 1 year, that's a free bonus. Ideally, if you buy gold and silver, if it goes up 10% a year, you are in the money because it's really a safe haven. It's just a place to keep your savings, on mark. I'm going to go over a couple of questions that Caleb's on the camera. He's back in the store, back in business. I've had people, if you don't know, he had a hospital scare last week. Didn't really know what was going on with him, something intestinal. They still don't know, but we pulled him out of bed this morning and said, you are back to work. So he's on the camera. And he's had customers in here saying, hey, where's Caleb? Where's my guy at? I want to deal with him. And so I appreciate you guys that showed concern. We are, I think he's rested and relaxed and refreshed, and he's ready to run a marathon. So there's been a few questions that we've gotten that I want to address. And I don't mean to blow by the Iran war. It's easy for me to say I'm not putting my life on the line. I'm not sending my kids over there right now. It's not my husband. There's women that have sent their husbands over there, moms that are over there, wives that are. I don't think it's going to last real long. We don't have an appetite for that. It's just kind of a seek and destroy and move on mission. So World War III, I'm not thinking that's going to happen. I think we can really have some positive results at the end of all this. A lot of times we do see when we go in and we take out a dictator, it's chaos in that country afterwards, and at least that dictator kept their country in order. We've seen that in Afghanistan. We've seen that in Iraq. I remember Syria, right? It just becomes a hotbed of terrorism. But what we've had in Iran was already a hotbed of terrorism. And such a great people, too. I'd really love to see that country just come online and focus on just living a prosperous, healthy, neighborly existence over there. That would be fantastic, right? Instead of saber rattling and always hating the world and fighting and killing their neighbors, and maybe some of that's propaganda that we get here in the U.S., but they definitely deserve as a people to come on and prosper and just be focused on living well and not living in hatred and anger and defense and offense and all that stuff. Questions. I had somebody ask a question on comments. Goldbacks. They said, what do you feel about buying Goldbacks? I will confess I'm a little bit ignorant when it comes to that, right? So if there's principle behind it, if there's, like, oh, hey, we want to usher in a gold currency society, I get the principle part. The investment part is where I don't support. We buy these, people come in and they sell them. Typically, we won't buy one or two at a time. Somebody will come in and sell bundles of them that they bought. I don't feel great about pushing it as an investment. So when people do come in to get them and they ask me, I will say, hey, I don't think it's a great investment. We'll buy it at, we might buy it at the gold price and people are buying it at double gold. And, investment wise, I don't think it's fantastic. I'll tell you, we have a hard time keeping these in the shop when they come in. And who does buy them is like internet sellers, whatnot sellers. They will buy those and then they'll just sell them on their platforms, and they sell really well. If you want to grab a few of these as novelty, subject matter, what could be, what has been, right? Gold and silver as currency, what could be again, that's fine. I would just say don't spend thousands of dollars on this stuff. I think it's just not the best way to buy gold. It's not the best way to buy gold. Another question, somebody said, hey, how do you feel about those 90% commems? And should those be an investment? And this is kind of how I feel about them. They come in felt boxes. Most times we pull them out of the felt box, we throw them away, and because they're big and they're bulky and they're too heavy, and we just put them in a bag and store them. And I will sell these for a couple dollars under melt. And so if you want to buy them, if I'm selling them a couple under melt, then I'm going to be buying them from you further back than that. And so I don't think they're the best way. $9.99 I maintain is the best way to buy silver. If you like these, you want to collect them, fantastic. If you want to think about the long game of turning these into a dealer someday, not the best thing. Foreign silver, I kind of feel the same way. I see a lot of these coin shops, they won't even buy foreign silver right now. It's a straight refinery, and there's some cool stuff. Caleb, come on in here. There's a lot of really cool pieces like this French Liberty coins. Those are cool. These big francs. These aren't that old. They're 70s, 60s. Those are cool, but there's not a huge appetite in the store. I probably could sell these online okay, but I know a lot of dealers aren't buying this stuff at all. And so we'll have a small bucket here. A couple of the guys that work here come in a lot. They pick out of these and they'll sell them online, but I don't think that's, if you like it, again, listen, I'm not going to discount the collectible, the hobby, the fun of it. If you like it, collect it, right? But realize that this is not going to be the best return you're going to get when you go to cash it in. And so when I talk about 90% and people, a lot of comments, and I appreciate the comments. It's so great because I'm wrong as often as I'm right. And so you guys probably know, or if you're just watching, I don't like 90%. I don't. Now, do I have some? Sure. And I have some in my personal stash too. And I feel like I have some more out of like, all right, let me just cover that base, that prepping, that bartering. Let me cover that base. I don't want my wife turning in bags of dimes. I really don't. But a lot of people go on the comments and say, I got to disagree. And that's fine. You could well be right. I am just talking about on this side of the counter. When I have people come in and sell it, I'm not paying a lot. When people come in and say they went to a pawn shop and they offered them, $2 for a silver dime, but that same pawn shop might offer them, $10 back for a $9.99 round. They're both kind of low for sure. The dime's just outrageous, but they're paying significant. Even a pawn shop is paying significantly higher for a 1 ounce, 5 ounce, 10 ounce. Easy to understand, easy to resell, easy to represent. And so that's why I don't like 90%. I'm not talking about it from the collectability feature, you holding it. I'm talking about when you go to resell that piece and harvest, your whatever it was, savings, your investment, or your family goes to sell it. That's the end where I don't think it's great. And I don't think I'm alone there. I know a lot of the old timers, I've talked about this, the old timers were into it. I see some people commenting like, hey, I'm 30 and I like 90%. That's cool. That's great. Like it, buy it, keep it. But the vast majority of that generation, it's not in demand here at the store. And so if you like it, great. But I'm talking about from the perspective of turning it back in and harvesting a gain on your savings, your investment. And I think that's all I got for you guys today. We are headed into the weekend. We are looking forward to a day off on Sunday. I'm glad to have my son Caleb back here in the store. He's so good here at the counter. And appreciate you guys watching. Would you please like us, subscribe, tell us what you think. I mean, if you got a strong case of the foreign or the Commems, the Goldbacks, but go easy on me, right? I'm kind of a sensitive guy, so I hear a lot of these comments and I absorb it a little bit, and I shouldn't, but it's so easy just to be kind of tough and mean and nasty on social media. But let's just be kind, and not just to me, but everybody you come in contact with today. Guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend, and that's it. We're out.
Thank you guys for watching our videos, subscribing to the channel, and liking our content. We are truly enjoying this journey on YouTube with all of you, and I hope you guys are as well. Be sure to be subscribed to the channel and notified on all of our content. And most importantly, buy precious metals, and don't forget to check out Cameron's whatnot called Gold Cove Cam on there. Things are going way too cheap. It's exciting. It's fun. I'm on there. Pops is on there. Cams is on there. And yeah, don't forget to, throw in some suggestions in the comments down below of what you want to see. Or if you want to be on film, please also let us know. Take care, everyone. We appreciate y'all. Have a great day.